We have done it. We've actually reached 500,000 subscribers. That's 500,000. And because we've reached this milestone on the channel, which I'm super happy about, I'm going to go ahead, kind of embarrass myself by showing you some work that you've never seen of mine from the beginning of my design career. Also, this is part one of my 500,000 video, because we're going to be redesigning a couple of these projects in the next part of this video, which will be really fun to see how much better I am now than I was then. This video is brought to you by FreshBooks. Okay, so I'm on my Behance, and you won't see these on my public Behance, because on my general public one, you'll see that I've only got a few projects on, and even these are quite old. But in my drafts, I've got some strange designs, and I have not updated these in years. So basically, I'm going to show you my design work from back here. So we'll start off with not this one, but let's look at it. Let's edit this one. This is Prophecy Apparel, which if you are a fan from way back when, you'll know that this is the logo of it. And I was quite proud of being able to animate this into a GIF with different colors. And this is just a logo, business card. I had breakdesigns.co.uk as my website. My actual name in design was Break Designs, but you can see that the work here is not too great. I don't mind the t-shirt designs. These were pretty cool, to be fair. I enjoyed making them. I got these printed and people did buy them, and it was good fun to do. But this was the start of my design career. I was trying to find ways of making money, and I knew that I liked clothes, I like style and fashion, so why don't I go ahead and make some cool shirts and different things like that, a company around that. Yeah, the logo is a bit strange. I'm not too sure why it's in this way. I mean, the icon is just an icon with the word written in it in a font, because I couldn't letter out anything out. Not too sure why I had this either, made no sense, but you know, as a new designer back in the day, years and years and years ago, I would just do anything that would look cool. I think this is my rebrand, so I changed my brand somehow. I can't remember what my first logo was. Ah, yes. So this is Break Designs 2013. So it's like a post-modern vintage idea, so BD 2013. How many years ago is that? That's 8 years ago. So this is 8 years ago, this work. That's insane. Wow, this is embarrassing, because look, there's so many mistakes. Again, I've got a letterhead, so I'm doing like brand identity, trying to show people what the letterhead would look like. And I kind of like this because it had some hand lettering flourishes in it, which made more sense for me at the time. But again, just doesn't really make sense. What's this one? This one looks horrible. Oh yeah, so I started doing poster design. So this is just me showing a poster. What draws people to be friends is that they see truth. And I think I got the quote from somewhere, wanted to do something with it and create a poster. And this is how I started doing hand lettering. So I would like to get fonts and place them and compose them. But then after a while, I started wanting to do proper hand lettering. And I'm going to show you some of my work now, like recently, so it doesn't look so awful. This one looks really bad. So I don't know what was going on with this icon. You can see the P and the O and the S all strangely not kerned or anything. This is going to be hecka embarrassing. This one was from like 2012, so it's a long time ago, and you know, the poster design makes no sense whatsoever. You can see I've got like this background, this nice color picture in the background with, you know, Break Designs, Will Paterson. Oh, that was my first logo. You see this thing in the middle, this tiny thing, that was my logo. I don't know what it meant. I think it was just a break in the middle. So this is where I sort of went, you know, illustrator and typographer, which made no sense because I didn't really know what my title could be to show people. So I just decided, you know, flyers, posters and logos all in different fonts. You know, I had fun with it. It was great. So it's quite a long time ago. What's this one? So this is the Alpha Omega project. Can't remember. Ah, yes. So I saw someone online, and this was done, I think, in 2011. Saw someone online creating, you know, one letter illustrations. So spending a lot of time on one letter. And I wanted to create a poster and maybe sell them. Or just to do as like a little portfolio project of each letter of the alphabet. And I don't know how many I got to, I think F. So see, here's the A, the first and the best letter of the alphabet. Brilliant. Is it the best though? There's a mock-up, looks terrible on the mock-up. B, I remember doing this one. That's insane. So again, I'm trying to do anything to make this a bit better, but you can see where I'm coming from in Illustrator. Back in 2011, 2012, I'm just playing around with it, seeing what I can do. And this is why I learned. I was just learning by doing, always using this font. It's Wisdom Script, I swear. This one, see, I kind of like this one actually, apart from I don't know where the negative space has gone in the bowl of the C, but I created that, I think, in Photoshop. Yeah, I've got a speed design here on Vimeo. That's hilarious. This is me creating the C and then putting it into Cinema 4D. So I use Cinema 4D to create that. That's insane. D, just again, I kind of like the look of this. You can see what vibe I was going for, but again, doesn't work out. E just kind of looks so weird. Why is it wood? E for excellence. Excellence. And then F for funny. I kind of like this one though. It kind of looks a bit weird. Yeah, I've got the O's around there. You can see that I was working out the O with the script F. I wanted to, like, you know, fill in the space, see what I could do. But the main part of this is that I was trying to, you know, learn design. And this is what everyone goes through when they're beginning to learn design. You may think this is horrible. I see this as progress. Right, next one. What's this one? Define yourself. Let's have a look. Write your own story. Ah, cool. Yeah, write your own story. I like that. It must have been just something I was passionate about. Merry Christmas. Let's have a look. So this is a Christmas one from 2012, I believe. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Yeah, so you can see why I wanted to do hand lettering, because I wanted to do poster design. And just using fonts was annoying to me. And I got frustrated when I was on holiday. That's how I started with hand lettering. And again, here, I was actually making tutorials after this. I think it was in 2012. I started making tutorials. And that's when I started to really learn design by reading books and everything, you know. Designs for you. So this was a really bad idea that I was asked to do. Basically was to create like birthday cards, invitations, and sell them. But you can see here that I'm actually doing okay. So I've got my composition. I remember learning composition, and you can see it's starting to get better. You can see it's £15 for, like, you know, various posters and stuff. This one here, you know, the heart of home is the mother whose love is warm. Trying to sell these things to people online. I mean, that doesn't look bad at all. Right, this one here, you can start to see from this point on that I've got composition pretty well. So like layout and composition, okay, it's getting there. So if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. And this is in Cinema 4D. I wanted to get the mock-up in there. Looks okay. It's lacking depth though for a 3D image. It's all right though. It's in gray. Not too sure why. This one was fun. You can see I actually really did this one on a t-shirt as well. This became a t-shirt. I believe it became a t-shirt. But I took this as a stock image, vectorized it in image trace, and basically did all this. I went all in on Illustrator to create this brand of or line of t-shirts that I was going to make. Man, that was a fun project, and I remember making that one. I might have an image of me making that actually on Instagram. You might be able to find it. Part-time. Oh yeah, so this is creating a brand. I don't know what it was for. I think there's a 3D version. Yeah, so I created this 3D version here. It looked, and it was simply just to look cool on the portfolio. Playing around with the A. I went into Illustrator, brought it into Cinema 4D, and did all this sort of stuff. I really liked Cinema 4D back in the day. Let's skip that one. And this is the project that I was talking about. If you don't know, I had no clients at this point. Like, no clients. I was just doing this, learning it at home, reading, researching, and I found that the best way to design brands for people, or to get clients to see that I can, is by showing it on my portfolio, a fake one. So this one's Small Bean, and it's a coffee shop. So I created this, basically this portfolio piece. I was really proud of it at the time, and it still looks okay now. And this is the idea. It's like a coffee stain, half coffee stain, and I'm explaining this as we go. I wanted to create these business cards, show people why I made the decisions that I did. I mean, it's not very good, but there you go. And then here's a poster that I created, you know, all our coffee, 100% of it is from sustainable sources. This is me trying to be hipstery and edgy for like a coffee shop. I created the coffee cup. I forgot about this. This is what I would do. And this is like one of the projects that got me a lot of clients back in the day, like my early ones, including my first ones, because they would look at this and go, oh, wow, this designer actually can do something. You know, he can create a logo of sorts. So this is where you can start to see my design work, or all that research and reading coming to fruition about layouts and stuff. And here's my old, is this my old calligraphy? This will be interesting because I've got new ones. Yeah, this is my old lettering. So this is when I started lettering. You can see it's not good at all. This is literally when I started. Got videos there. Oh, wow. So this is how I do it. There was no iPad involved. It was just researching, reading, drawing, failing a lot, and just, you know, practicing basically. You can see Pentel brush pen. Lettering there wasn't very good. I didn't know what to do. I remember this is like a water pen. What was it called? Watercolor brushing, where you could put like watercolor in there. And I had this idea of putting ink in there, and it went viral on the internet through a guy called Ian, I think, who created this idea, who promoted my idea, and that's how we became friends at first, was by putting Indian ink in there. Now let's look into some of my old proper logo designs. I think these might be real. Oh yeah, so these are real clients. So this is when I started getting real clients in 2014. You can start to see what's going on here. These are real pieces of work, and you know, you can see things are happening really well there. People were liking the work. I'm kind of proud of these because they look cool for like illustrations as well. Vagabond galleries, that was fun to make. Yeah, really nice stuff. And that was hand lettering as well. So you can start to see that I'm learning everything about it. Dude, there's so much nostalgia. Here's another logo folio with hand lettering. Interesting to see. The A, I think that was just a random one that I liked. Risen, Change. You can see these are all like very rough and ready. Back in the day, Aruba Life, Chronology, Tribe, Suspects. Yeah, I was creating loads of different ideas for this company that ended up screwing me over.
Well, that sucks.
Aruba Life, you can see it's insane. The work, you can start to see where all this time and effort that I've put in is coming to fruition, which is nice. Now, if we look at more of my recent work, so let me just pull this up. This here is a screen grab of my new portfolio, and this is like over 10 years, even longer than 10 years of designing. You know, this is just screen grab of the front page of my portfolio. You see different logos. I'm focused more on the modernization and the simplicity of logo design now that I can do that, but you can see I've still got my roots in there. And basically my work has changed so much over the years, and if you're someone who is like starting in your design journey, just keep doing it, keep learning, don't be discouraged. Failing is all part of the learning curve. You know what not to do when you fail, which is what I base everything around on here. So this is my new stuff that I'm really proud of there. Compare my new hand lettering as well. This one was featured in typography on Behance, which was nice. You see all this different pieces of work happening. Everything's a lot different. All the work is starting to pay off. Like when I start to understand a bit more about composition, and I'm still learning. There's loads of mistakes in here that I'm seeing now, but it's just part of the process. 500,000 subscribers later, this is where we are. So if you're someone who's just starting out, don't be discouraged. This is all part of the thing that you're going to go through. You'll be like me, looking back in your portfolio 10, 12 years later, thinking, what the heck was that? And then understanding, oh, well, all the work that I've put in has paid off. I just want to thank FreshBooks for sponsoring this video. Now, we've used FreshBooks for many years to do all our invoicing and gathering up expenses, and it's amazing for small design teams or freelance designers. Not only because you can send invoices directly in the app, you can message your client in the app, but also because you can see when the client has viewed your invoice. It also has automatic late payment fees, which that discourages your client from forgetting to pay you. And probably the best thing you can do is hook your card or your bank account up with it. So whenever you make a purchase on your business account or a card that you use for work, it will record that and put it in the expenses file. So it just saves you ton of time. Also, it's been proven that on FreshBooks, you're paid faster than you are than just sending a normal invoice. So that can lead you to more profits and just give you a less stressful time doing all your admin and invoicing. But don't take my word for it though. They're giving you 30 days completely free, risk-free, no credit card required down below in the link for you to try. Just make sure you tell them that Will Paterson sent them to you. If you've been here from 10,000 subscribers or 0,000 or 0 subscribers even, thank you for joining me and on this journey of making designs and critiquing you guys and helping you with your processes and journeys. Stick around and make sure to press that red subscribe button so you don't miss part 2 of this, where I go ahead and redo some of these designs live on camera to show you how much different it would be with an actual professional who owns an agency that works with real international clients. Thanks for watching, guys. See you soon. Goodbye. We have done it. We've actually reached 500,000 subscribers. That's 500,000. Naomi is shouting. Jordan's got his headphones in. He doesn't want me to reach 500,000.
What?
Nah, that's all right. I'm just toying with you. All good? Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me.